We started a program called the Civitas Community Impact Experience. So we took inspiration from Iowa Big, where we're having our students really own their education and their learning experience, where they're working on hands-on community-based projects. What we're trying to do is really put the 21st centuries at the forefront, because we believe that those are some of the skills that students really need in order to just function in society and be productive citizens.
The bigger vision was that this shouldn't feel like school at all. If we are really trying to transform what school looks like, feels like, sounds like, we have to put the students in that place.
We also want to think about the story, right? So when people walk into the space, we want to think about how is the experience going to go for them? What's the story we're telling them?
In order to make the escape room happen, we took them to an escape room so they can experience it. And then the students came back here and started creating their own.
When students are engaged and hands-on, they thrive. And when they're interested in the work, there's so little facilitating that you have to do because they're diving in themselves, because it gives so much ownership to the students and they feel self-efficacy and control over their learning.
I like that it has all our ideas put into one thing and to give us like a time period to work on it. And I like at the end to come together and see what we all put our work to.
It's a new experience. You kind of start to focus on what you want to do in life.
You're learning how to collaborate and work with other people that might not have the same idea as you.
So you have a creative team that came up with the theme. You have the pitch team, which is basically a marketing team.
We have a budget team, which manages the budget and how much money each team gets to put.
Each team has a project manager. Talking to all the groups, telling each other what's to do, what's the agenda.
And through this, they've been just really learning how to be collaborative. Their critical thinking skills are coming to the forefront.
I see them growing as learners and problem solvers. I see them communicating with one another in a more professional setting. I see them reaching out to business owners, pitching their ideas. They're already activists, but to uncover their passions so they could find a career that makes them want to get up in the morning and work because they love what they're doing, that's been awesome to see.
One particular thing that stands out is the kids really wanted off-campus lunch. And so we worked with them to pitch kind of a plan to have off-campus lunch.
So what better opportunity than to actually go into the community and say, you know, I'm so-and-so, I'm a senior, I really love your restaurant. Could we do a partnership with you and we can promise to have students come in on these days and support your business? And seeing them build that structure and seeing their own confidence grow, oh yeah, I got this.
And now we have partnerships with several restaurants, and we're seeing kind of those quick wins, those short, those wins carrying over to our work here at Blue Lacuna.
Seeing students who I just didn't realize they had the graphic designer inside them, or the CEO inside them, or the communications director inside them. And it's already blossoming, and it's so unbelievable to me.
So that's what we want to see. We want to see individuals start having confidence. We want to see them really owning what they're doing and taking pride in what they're doing. And we're measuring it. We have a system that we use where we're actually measuring it. Students assess their skills every 3 weeks. The faculty assess them as well, so they're seeing how they rate themselves, the self-rating, as well as how others see them. Every project that we do, we align it back to standards so that we can see how are they progressing across the standards, where do we need to do more in order for students to become more effective.
I think that was really the intent in our discussion. Our discussion wasn't just to have one great program so that a group of students could have access, but it was really from a larger lens. Could this potentially be what secondary education looks like moving forward? But also to think about branching out.
I would love to see the program expanded everywhere. I've watched students who are so shy, they never volunteer to share, lead a team meeting.
I've seen adults who've worked with them for 4 or 5 years come in and say, you have the student who's leading this? They never spoke in my class.
I like my educators here because they're from the real world and they've gone through experiences that we have not yet gone through. And they give us knowledge and the background we need, I think, to succeed in real life.